Hello my dear student, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about a topic non-finite verb. Okay. In the previous video you have to know what is the definition of verb and how can you identify and how can you use the verb in a sentence. Okay. So in the previous video I also tell you about the transitive and intransitive verb with its definition, and now we have to know what is the mean of non-finite verb. Okay, so first you know very well that the verb is a action word, and here use one a more word that is the called finite. Okay, what is the mean of the finite verb and what is the mean of non-finite verb? First you can see here is the given definition of finite verb. Okay, when the verb in the sentence indicates the tense. Okay, when the verb in the sentence indicates the tense. Okay, tense you know very well what the tense means, time, and change according to the subject, we call it a finite verb. It means wherever we use any kind of the verb in a sentence and that verb change their form according to their subject, that is the called finite verb. Clear? For example, he goes to school. Okay, he writes a letter. In this case you can see here is the verb write and the verb go. Okay, and in both sentences this verb change their form according to the subject. I gave another example that you can see here they, here is the he and here is the they, both are the subject. They write letters. So in this sentence you can see here is the they, but he has not used the writes. Okay, you can see here the verb have their different form of the first sentence. In the first sentence you can see write has used s, and in the second sentence write has no any s. It means this is the verb singular number verb. Why? Because this singular number verb used according to the he. Okay, he word is a subject and it is refer only one person. And the second sentence write is a plural form verb and it is used according to the subject they, and they word refer to the more than one person. Okay, more than one person. So you have to see here, yes, the write and writes both are changed their form according to the subject. So such type of the verb is called finite verb. Okay, it is the finite verb, same sense given in the definition. Change according, you can see here, change according to the subject. So here is the verb change according to the subject. Okay, it is the finite verb. That's clear. Now next we talking about the infinite verb. Non-finite verb. Non-finite verb, the verb in a sentence that has no subject. Okay, there are verb used in a sentence but it has no subject. Subject, person or number is called a non-finite verb. Okay, it is not changed according to the subject in a sentence, that will be the non-finite verb. I gave example. Example is, okay, example of non-finite sentence is I want to go home. I want to go home. Okay. Next is they want to go home. They or he wants to go home. Okay, I gave a two example of the non-finite verb. Okay, in this sentence you know very well that this verb change according to the subject. Okay, this verb change according to the subject, but here is the verb that is not change according to the subject. Okay, simply you have to see here. Here is the wants change according to the he, but here the go and go in both sentence. Go is not change according to the sentence, so such type of the sentence will be non-finite verb. Okay, non-finite verb, and you have to see here want is a verb and go is a verb. Okay, both are the verb. There are two verbs used in a sentence, and you can do it to help of two. Okay, with the help of two, you have to add two words in a sentence. So two words will be infinite. Okay, two word will be infinitive. Okay, it is a infinitive, that is the add two verb in a sentence. That's clear. And with the two we have to make a many kind of the sentence, and in the sentence the verb usually change its form according to the person and number of the subject. Okay, and in you can see here is the verb want and want. Okay, both are the finite verb, and go is infinite verb, and go use in a sentence with the help of two. Okay, so two word will be infinitive. Clear? There are three kind of the finite verb. There are three kind of the finite verb, and we can use it in a sentence. First is the infinitive. Infinitive. Okay, it is a non-finite verb. First is infinitive, and second is participle. Participle. Okay, and third is gerund. Okay, so you have to see here. Here is the non-finite verb used in a sentence with the help of two, and we can use it. Non-finite verb used in a sentence with a three form. First form will use of the infinitive. Second form we can use with the participle, and third form we can use with the gerund in a sentence. Okay. So first we talking about the infinitive. Okay, how can we use infinitive in a sentence and add the verb in the sentence by using the to? Okay, so let's know more things about the infinitive. For example, I want to buy some perfume. Indra wants to buy some clothes. Okay, I write example. I want to buy. Indra wants to buy some clothes from the market, you can write it. Okay, so in this sentence the verb wants, the verb wants, you can see here wants verb is a finite verb, and to by is a non-finite verb is the infinitive. Okay, infinitive are also called to verb because to is usually a part of the infinitives from. Okay, and let's learn about some of the function of infinitive. Okay, first is infinitive can function as the subject or the object of a sentence. For example, I want to bath. I want to bath. So in this sentence you can see here to is a infinitive and bath is a infinitive verb. Okay, and in this sentence you have to see bath is verb as a object. Okay, it is as verb as a object, but many times you have to use it as a subject, like a to delay each bag, to delay each bag. Okay, so here the to delay, delay is a verb, delay is a verb, bath is also verb, but here the verb as an object. Okay, and here the verb delay, but with the infinitive to you can use it as a subject, and in this sentence you have to use as a subject. Okay, in the first sentence to bath used in this sentence as a object, but in the second sentence to delay is used as a subject with the help of to. Clear? It is infinitive form. It is the infinitive form. Second is the infinitive verb. Infinitive can be the object of the verb and also modified by an adverb. For example, many men prefer to work slowly. Okay, many men prefer to work slowly. Prefer to work slowly. So you can see here is the sentence, and in this sentence many men is the subject, prefer is a verb, to work slowly, to work slowly. So the infinitive can be the object of the verb and also modified by an adverb. So you can see here is the to work. To work is a infinitive verb, and it is modified by the slowly. It is the modified by the slowly. So here the to work is as object. It is as a object. Clear? But here the modified by the adverb. Slow is adjective. Slow is a verb. And when you add ly, then it will be adverb. Okay, slowly. So it is modified by the this infinitive verb modified by the adverb. Clear? Now next, an infinitive can also qualify an adjective or a noun. How can it be? An infinitive can be qualified an adjective or a noun. For example, apples are sweet to eat. Apples are sweet to street to eat. I gave you another example. This is not the time to sleep. This is not time to sleep. Okay. So in this sentence you have to see that here the are and each is a verb. Okay. Street to eat, and here is the time to sleep. Here is the an infinitive can also qualifying an adjective. It is a infinitive word and that is the qualifying adjective. So you can see here is the adjective. It is the adjective. Sweet word is a adjective and it is the qualifying of the infinitive. Infinitive means to eat. To eat. Clear? To eat is a infinitive and here the sleep. To sleep is a verb and time is a adjective. So this type of the infinitive verb also qualifying an adjective or an noun. Okay, clear? I think you know very well it. Now next is infinitive can also be the object of a preposition. I think you know about the preposition. In the next session, I will explain about the preposition. Okay. So here is the next point is infinitive can be the object of a preposition. Object of a preposition. For example, the teacher is about to start. The teacher is about to start. Okay. The teacher is about to start. To start. To start. You have to see here. Start. To start is the infinitive verb. Okay. A non-finite verb, and it is also infinitive can also be the object of the verb. So here the object of the verb, here the preposition is a about. Okay, object of a preposition. Okay, object infinitive can also be the object of a preposition. So here the infinitive is to start and it is the object of a preposition. So object is here. So this is referred to the object of the preposition. And I think you have to know very well about that the preposition is a word. Preposition is a word that is the used before noun or pronoun. Clear? So I hope you all understand. Next topic is take some of the importance rules that is the use as a sentence. I gave an example like a to steal is a sin. To steal is a sin. Okay. To eat too much is harmful. To eat too much is harmful. Okay. So these sentences are grammatically correct, but sound strange. The sound strange is different. Like it is a sin to steal. It is steal to steal. It is better to use it as a subject and the infinitive as a object in a such sentence. Here it will be, you have to write in a different way. It is a sin to steal. It is a sin to steal. Here is the subject, infinitive word used as a subject, and here is the object. Okay, to steal will object in this sentence, and to steal word will be subject in this sentence. We have to use we have to write it a different way. Okay, so I hope you all understand it. So it is a simple use of the non-finite verb in a sentence. Okay, but many of the places we cannot use of the infinitive verb. For example, we use the infinitive verb without to after modal auxiliaries. Okay, like must, can, should, shall, will, may, might, would and could. For example, I must go home now. Okay, must go now. Okay, after the must we cannot use the to. Clear? They might leave the Dehradun next week. They might leave. Between the might and leave we have to not use the infinitive verb. Okay, so I hope you all understand about of the non-finite verb. If you have any problem, then you have to comment in the comment box and I will solve your problem. Okay.